Good morning, Reds. Mick Ruby in the house from MUFC Realist TV. We have some breaking news actually that I received yesterday that Diego Leon, the Paraguayan left back, young wonder kid, 17 years of age, has joined Manchester United. What is that all about? We're going to dive right into that story as well, and we're going to look into the player profile. Until then, we got plenty of news to cover today. Stretch your arms and legs, whatever you're drinking, morning brew coffee. I'm having a double espresso, and Mark Nurse and me will be back after this jingle. It's Mick and Mark, M&M Show, Transfer Show. Let's do this. Let's go. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Man United. It's 2 weeks left for Christmas, and we received just an early Christmas gift. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? Are you drinking your coffee? Are you ready? Basically, we have some news that came out from yesterday, not really broken by Fabrizio Romano, but Pepe Torres is one of the South American astute journalists that add this to the stage. That Diego Leon will join Manchester United. He will remain in Paraguay until June 2025 and join United. This is coming out from Pepe Torres, and that is business in my ears because I've been banging the drum for ages that Man United are not dipping into the South American market like Real Madrid is doing, like Barcelona, like Ajax, like remaining of the European team, Real Madrid. They do that because South American market is golden nugget. Apparently, the reports are saying that Diego Leon, who is 17-year-old, cannot join because he's turning 18 in April, and there's some certain rules that. So Man United has gone in and clipped him. He's a specimen of a beast. Looks like Zeus. Oh my God, 17-year-old. Look at that kid. Just look at this kid. Seriously. Look at that kid. And of course, he's got still his bracelets, but he's got, look at the guns. We're going to dive right into the clips, and we're going to look into a little bit of a stats, but Man United paid $6 million, according to the report, $6 million US, which is equivalent to £4 million approximately for the Paraguayan. There was numerous suitors that was after him, Chelsea, Arsenal, multiple European clubs, but this has fingerprints of Christopher Vivell, the head of recruitment at Manchester United. And this is kind of a little bit of a change of policy, the way Manchester United is doing. We're looking at how we did Seko Kone, how we got Chito Obi Martin from Arsenal. This is young players that can come in. If you're good enough, you're old enough, and this is something that Manchester United is doing. He's turning 18 in April, so, we got to dive right into his stats. Like, if you look at in the Paraguay league where he played, he made his debut this season. He played 20 games and started pretty much every single game, averaging about 82 minutes per game in average. So that tells me that he is a full developed bloke, to be honest. But I want to hear from you guys, what you are guys saying, what you're thinking. Good morning to you who's in the chat. Niall Kane is in the house. Big up, Niall Kane. How are you doing? Good morning. So let me know as we are warming up. There is 50 of you tuning in right now. I know some of you are commuting, some of you sitting by your desk. Mute yourself. But I think this is an exciting business, right? I think it's a thumbs up for me because, as I said, we're not really going for the clear and obvious. Morning to you, halftime, Vegeta Sama. Morning, how are you? So this is not really like the clear and obvious what we used to go and pay over the price for a left wing back or something like that. We know that Fabrizio Romano was banging the drums for over 6 months, the Man United looking for some cheap alternatives. But what is that going to do with existing talent? Well, we did report about this yesterday that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is kind of looking how we can sell assets for pure profit and minimizing the financial fair play. So I'm a little bit worried regarding, Harry Amas, right? He's a talent that came out the range from Eric Ten Hag. He waxed lyricals about him. He included him in the Premier League pre-season tour in US, but hasn't really seen anything on the pitch as of yet. He's been featuring on the bench, but this is Ruben Amorim's call. Like, of course, Harry has his kind of traits like Luke Shaw, very technical, a little bit lightweight. But if you look at this guy, absolutely specimen of the beast, right? Look at this guy. Look at his forearms. Oh my God. Good morning to you, Sanjay, as well. How you doing? Let me know what you think. Have you seen anything about this kid? If not, let's dive right into his stats. Morning. Big up, Stu. How you doing? DJ Superfly. Everyone is kind of waking up, smelling the coffee. Smash that like, please. I'm waiting for Mark. Mark is always late nurse. Mark, late nurse. He's coming. He's apparently in the bathroom. But anyway, I'm having a sip on my espresso before Mark comes in. I don't really want to spoil the party as well. But I said, we're doing business smartly right now. We signed up this kid according to Pepe Torres. So basically, we went in and triggered that and say, okay, you will come in the summer. So that's good. And it's minimum risk, in my opinion. And he's 17 years old, turning 18. And let's dive right into the stats, what he's all about. Let's put this to the stage, people. All right. So Seko Kone is one that we got also. Another 18-year-old that's playing central midfield. This guy is pretty much a left wing back, right? As you can see, he started 19 games, and out of them, he played pretty much every single minute since he made his debut, right? 90 minutes, 83 minutes, 90 minutes. Wow. That tells you, they're not mugs, they're not mugs, if they're using him, right? So he plays for Carrero Portinho, right? Carrero Portinho, which is arguably the Paraguayan Manchester United over there. But we don't know much about him, but we know that he's a left back. He's a very strong physical specimen. He's a tank. He looks like a full-grown 27-year-old man for a 17-year-old. And for me, that reeks of Diego Forlan, that reeks of transfers that we used to do. Valencia as a right wing back where we used to have him. So this is very smart, in my opinion, right? And for $6 million, it's a cheap bargain. So there's no risk involved, right? Putting players on the market, putting players on the market early and international scouting is great. Yeah, 100%. And this tells you that we are heading towards a right direction in terms of with Christopher Vivell. The transfer policy is clear. Look at the young, bright, upcoming talent, and South America has abundance of them, So we've been missing out. So why buy them already when they've been developed? Well, look at Casado at Brighton, right? Brighton bought Casado for $6 million as well. And look what they sold him to Chelsea. Over $100 million. So Manchester United has this opportunity now to do it right and fizz out those lazy players that are complacent already. The story behind Diego Leon, is he comes 300 kilometers away from a remote area, right? Grew up in poverty, similar to Licha. Somebody that has nothing to lose. Football is his way out. And this is kind of the warriors that we need in the team, in my opinion. Big up to Don. With bringing in youth players, with bringing in young players, it would be easier for Amorim to train them for his style of play. 100%. There's a saying it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. But if you are young, you can be easily trained and molded, right? We've seen the development of, let's say, how do I say it? Amad Diallo, right? He was the one that took on the Amorim style of play, and he was so impressive in training, and he's been hitting the ground running. He's still young, right? Youngsters seem to develop and thrive, but you see the problematic with the old players that have been around, they've been seeing the managers out the door, they can't be bothered. So for me, this is kind of a way we can fizz out Marcus Rashford, we can fizz out those senior players that are complacent and just fill them up with young, hungry talent that will run through the brick wall. Antonio Valencia, according to Stu, an Amorim system would be mint. Yeah, 100%. He was so good on bombing forward and putting crosses into the box. And this is something that we don't do at the moment. DJ Superfly, what you're saying, a bit off topic, Mick, but I'm buying this City slumper scam. I believe they're deliberately losing the lawyers. I believe I look better. Okay, we're going to talk about Man City later, but we're just going to talk about our lovely new signing, Diego Leon. But yeah, speaking about City in the mud, there's never a better time to play City on the weekend. They lost against Juventus with 2-0, and Pep Guardiola is scratching his head seriously, what should Pep Guardiola do? I say seek mental help, because if you come out and say, I want to hurt myself, then there's something in the cook up here. Anyway, big up all of you and the 115 judgments. Yeah, there's even more to it. There's now 130 that's been added. Smash the likes, please. Yes, please. So let's bring in this to the stage. Let's have a look at the attributes of Diego Leon. I have a 3-minute clip. Let's do this. Look at the size of the book. Look at that. Boom, the tackle coming in there. Look at the specimen of this 17-year-old. I mean, this bloke looks like he's 27 already, grown out Zeus. Oh, he's fast.
Carrascal para León, León enganchó, León le puede pegar, está
and he scores! What a finish! I mean, this is the first time I react to this video. Look at the specimen of the kid. He's explosive, he's muscular, he's fast, he can finish, he can dribble, he's got everything in the locker. I'm getting excited. Let's continue.
¡Golazo! ¡Gol!
Whoa, what a finish. Oh, what an interception. Whoa. Whoa, look at him bombing forward. Wow, what a technique. Whoa, what an interception. Whoa, look at that technique. Did you see that? Whoa. Whoa, look at him taking on. Wow. So you can see here clearly he's got great interception of the ball, great tackling abilities, great explosiveness, goal scoring, can bomb forward, and good defensively. That's a package. He looks great according to Stu Wolves, what you're saying there. Let's continue watching the video. I'm getting absolutely wet dreams here. Wow, look at him going forward. Wow. Mint, look at the speed. Arriba. Wow. This reminds me of Valencia on steroids, man. Seriously. But on the left-hand side, but even better. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. What an interception. Byline cross. Oh, what a beautiful cross. Did you say that? A cross into the box perfectly. Oh, nice. Oh, and a header. Oh, wow. Now he's going to drive. Oh, he's taking on the defender. Oh, what a great interception. Oh, wow. Oh, look at this one. Well, what a cross into the box. Guys, after seeing this kind of tells you a little bit everything that you need to know. This was the first time I watched this clip, and my first impression is that this kid has it all, right? No wonder, we were scouting. No wonder Arsenal was after. No wonder that whole Europe was after this kid. And for $6 million US, I mean, he's got everything. Look at the stature. Look at his interception of the ball. Look at his crosses into the box. Look at his, just bombing forward. He's got everything, technical, gifted. And no wonder, if you look at, he made his debut this season and been playing every single game since. So that means that if you're good enough, you're old enough. He doesn't look like 17. He's playing like a mature ass man. I want to hear from you guys. What you guys saying? Let me see. Yes, please smash the likes. You see, DJ Super. I can't comment on the new signing. I ain't heard enough about it. Same here. DJ Superfly, same here. I have not heard about him. And that's why I reacted to this video. I gone to the transfer market to look at his stats. And one thing that stood out, that he made his debut this season and been playing 20 games, started 18, and been playing an average 82 minutes. So basically, every single game he's been starting. So that means that they're putting in trust in him. But it can only be a good thing, 100%. But it doesn't really have to be in clear and obvious, DJ Superfly. And this is kind of what excites me, right? It's a player that nobody heard of that can become a world beater, and we are snatching him early. We're snatching the baby from the cradle before before he becomes a Real Madrid player, and then we have to pay 100 million for him. He could easily be developed and be a 70 million, 100 million pound left wing back. Woo! He looks good. What you saying? Yeah, Stu. He looks good, 100%. Yeah, everyone is saying I haven't heard much about the left back. Same. But we're linked to certain left backs that costing Theo Hernandez. We can get him for 40 million euros. We have Alvaro Fernandez Carreras that we kind of put a buyback clause on. We can get him for 16 million. Maybe, perhaps we can get something in January. And this one is for the future, for the summer. Obviously, there is also Alphonso Davies. One thing is clear, we will definitely get something in January, right? But this was something that Man United did cleverly. They went and snatched him up, signed him up before everyone else, and just welcome to Manchester United, start in the summer. 100%. Big up for you, Yolam. I mean, let's hope he can do this stuff like in England. Yeah, you know what? South American players seem to be very adaptable in the Premier League. So I have no doubt he will do it, right? I have no doubt. It's been a while since we had pure South Africans coming in. Of course, not South Americans. Liche is one of them. Who else do we have there? Ugarte is one of them. It's pure warriors, pure Inca warriors. And I was reading up on Leon, and he basically comes from a village 300 kilometers away from where he's playing. Poor man's family. Making ends meet. Football is his way out. And when you come and you play with that mana, with that passion, with the heart, the warrior soul, and you can see that he's a specimen that goes into the tackles. He's not afraid. He can bomb forward. We need warriors on the pitch, 100%. So I'm up for it. 3.5 million. Oof, what a steal. And that is 3.5 million pounds. Big up, Yaya. Did you see Sheikh Yassim news from Mike Keegan? There's talks of him returning. No, I haven't. I haven't seen anything of talks of him returning, but I saw something that the truth came out that at the end of the day, he put in 6.1 billion, and it was rejected. So it was clear and obvious that the Glazers and Sir Jim Ratcliffe, they went to bed together. Glazers needed money, quick cash, and there was Sir Jim to put in his 1.7 billion, which didn't, by the way, go to the club's accounts. It went straight into the Glazers' pocket. So we are pretty much in the same situation as per the takeover. The debt is still there. We still owe 450 million in transfer fees to other clubs. And in order to actually buy players, you need to sell. And makes sense that this was peanuts when we went in and bought this guy for 3.5 million. It's a left back, right? Can he cut that? I believe it could, but it needs a summer to develop. So I don't believe that in the January window, unless we sell a lot of assets, which means there's no coincidence that media is reporting that Marcus Rashford is for sale, Luke Shaw is for sale. They're even looking to offload Leach as well for sale, because they're looking around. We are stint. We don't have money for the transfer market, so we need to sell. But January, in my opinion, is very hard market. It's pretty much a buyer's market more than the seller's market. So it is quite devastating to see that Ruben Amorim's coming into this situation. Looking at it, they sacked the sporting director, which was his boss. He was shocked and looking to make a tune out of these charlatans. You know who they are. I'm so tired of it. So I just want to see the club do the right thing to phase out this lazy players out. You know who they are, and just fill in with young, hungry talent. What we've seen right here, right now. Big up Abdul as well. What you're saying, great. This is the kind of place we want, not broken arms. This club deserves the best players. 100%. I totally agree with you, my friend. I totally agree with you. HC on 88 Pro is saying, if we sign him, do we still go for a senior wingback? 100%. Big question mark. If we sign him, do we still go for a senior wingback? Yeah, 100%. I mean, we have Milos Kerkez that his contract is expiring in the summer. We are heavily linked also to Alphonso Davies. We are talking to, apparently, with Theo Hernandez from AC Milan. There's options, the alternatives. I don't think that Diego Leon is the answer for now. This is the one that comes in for the summer. We need something in January, and we need it fast, as we've seen that we don't really have a left wing back. Of course, we saw yesterday that Ruben Amorim had his press conference with Tyrell Malacia. So Tyrell Malacia is apparently going to start tonight against Victoria Pilsner. I don't know what they call. I call him Victoria Pilsner in the Europa League. But for me, I don't know. He's been out injured. He's an old-fashioned left back, not a left wing back. He's great at defending, Malacia, but not so good in bombing forward. Luke Shaw, you can't rely on. Diego Dalot, not a left wing back or left back. He's more of a right back, in my opinion. So we definitely need to fill that up. And why they're not giving minutes to Harry Amas, I don't know. Maybe Ruben Amorim looked at him and said, no, I don't fancy you. And potentially they're going to sell him in January or loan him out. We need more warriors, 100%, And what you're saying here, you like Theo and Alvaro. Yeah, they look good, We need players that can transform this team to take us to the next level, right? If you see that Ruben Amorim's system, the 3-4-3 system, demands the left wingers and right wingers to sort of bomb forward, to have bundles of energy running up and down the pitch. And we don't have that. I mean, Amad Diallo does it, but Garnacho is not cutting the mustard on the left. So therefore, he's been put as a number 10. It's not really working out for him. What you're saying here, Yolim, I mean, Davies is a no-go. He's not coming to United since we do not have Champions League, but we might have Champions League, mate. We might have. I think he's also using the situation to get a new contract, a better deal out of Bayern Munich. So we will see. Real Madrid is also looking at him. And of course, Real Madrid is doing what Real Madrid is doing, always luring in players that are free agents, 100%. What you're saying, Harry Amas might be sold. Harry Amas might be sold, and I prefer not to buy. I'm glad I don't have to make that decision. Look, it's sad because I like Harry Amas and what I saw in the summer window, in the pre-season. He pocketed Mo Salah. He's good enough, but for some strange reason, Amorim don't have time to bring up the youth. And we saw quotes 2 days ago from Ratcliffe to say that he's willing to sell half the academy to generate funds because it's pure profit on the FFP, right? Which is sad, right? And at the end of the day, I do understand because, hey, not everyone is going to make it to the first team, right? So you might as well sell them, if you look at what they did with Cole Palmer, for example, the City Academy, they slashed him, they sold him. He never played for City, but they sold him for 40 million something to Chelsea. And look what he's doing now. He's cooking. So rather to do that now, early stages, than absolutely going when they're 21, 22 and still waiting for a chance in the first team and lost that hype. So now you look at Toby Collier might be on sale. You might have Harry Amas, which on sale as well. And potentially there will be something for sale because, hey, everyone's seen them play at Manchester United shirt in the first team. And since you have minutes in the first team, it makes the value more higher, in my opinion. Story, big up what you're saying here. You must buy smart. Hope Leon is that. Yeah, 100%. We should kept Aaron Wan-Bissaka. No, I don't agree with that. And sold Dalot. Berg been a fantastic all season for Fulham and are better than Ugarte. There's so many. Listen, everyone is entitled for your opinion, but I think we did the right thing with Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and I don't think he will fit in the system with Ruben Amorim anyway. And definitely Dalot looks to be a little bit weakened. I don't believe that he fits the system because for me, he's more of a right back, right? Not a left wing back, in my opinion. And yeah, Sander Berge is doing fantastic at Fulham, but yeah, it is what it is. I think that Ugarte fits the system 100%. He used to play for Amorim, so he fits right in. And whenever not he's playing, we are not doing good. Wolf Stew, Amas needs another year with the under 18s to bulk up. Yeah, dude, you absolutely true. Absolutely true. Look, guys, absolutely true. Look at the size of this guy. And look at the size of Harry Amos. 100%. Let's continue. He's only 17 and we're piling too much pressure on him. Another year in under 18s, then loan him for championship team. That would be your call. Yeah, but listen, there's so many ways you can do that as well. Like, either you send the kid on loan to a championship or you sell him with a buyback clause, something that we've been doing lately. We put in a sell-on clause and a buyback clause because at the end of the day, if they do develop, we get money for them. What you're saying here, Hegion, sorry, I got messages coming in from Mark Nurse, as late as per you. Mark, where are you? Oh my God, his wife is ordering a washing machine. Mark, you're always late. Excuses. Sorry, there will be no Mark. Mark is waiting for a washing machine because his wife ordering that she wants him to keep a clean sheet. I would sell Rashford to Arsenal or Chelsea. Man, I would personally ship him off to any destination, right? But to a rival club, really? I mean, I know this fan base, mate. If we sell Rashford to Arsenal and Chelsea and start cooking over there, then you know how this fan base is going to turn out. They're going to go, why did we sell Rashford? Look what he's doing. We know it. We've seen this before. So no, I'd rather sell him to somewhere in continental Europe. And apparently there was some reports coming that Barcelona is interested in. But I always think that PSG would be the perfect destination for Rashford. Listen, you see the entire Man United fan base. I mean, I would say 79% are done with Rashford. Everyone's just like, get on with it. This is his final season. If he turns it around, good on him, right? Because that's what we want to do. We want to see outputs on the pitch. We don't want to see somebody, walking around not applauding the fans at all, and if you have personal issues, step aside, right? Step aside. Apparently, like this, there was reports that he's surrounded him by wrong people. His brother is his agent, advising. But what Manchester United can do to say, look, if you're not performing, if you're going to sit out your contract, you're not going to play football. And trust me, if you're not playing football, your entire value drops, your sponsorship, your limelight. You don't become relevant anymore. And trust me, most footballers want to play football, right? You don't want to be a Phil Jones sitting out there and just being on a sick bed and just faking out your contract till it's fizzed out, getting paid. So, yeah, I believe that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is now having zero patience to say, look, I want to win fast. I did a video about this yesterday because he's got 2 years to make it happen, right? Because it's a venture capital. He pumped in money into it and he wants return on investment. And the only thing he can do to be profitable is if Manchester United win, in my opinion. What you're saying, DJ Superfly, it's a shame Aaron Wan-Bissaka couldn't develop because there was probably ain't a better tackler played in the Prem. Look, his tackling abilities is amazing. I agree. But it wasn't about that. The suspiciousness of going forward was not good enough. I mean, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, in my opinion, he was the only one that was doing cutback passes. Jolly, what you're saying here, Armas is planned to be loaned out in January, and there you go, a loan out. But this is what worries me, guys. If we're going to loan out something, that means that we are buying a left wing back in January. We're not going to do the same mistake under Ten Hag where we had a loanee in terms of what was his name? Jesus Christ, the Spurs. I forgot his name. Anyway, we have him on loan, and then the medical department came out to say to Eric Ten Hag and advise him, look, you can let him go. You can sell, Alvaro Fernandez because Luke Shaw is coming back fit and Tyrell Malacia. They lied to him. That was last season, but they actually did the wrong prediction. They meant this season, right? So I don't want to have that the same situation. We don't have a left back at the moment, and to loan out one of these again is the same mistake what we did with Alvaro Fernandez. So there must be some reinsurances, Yale, in that case. If Armas is planned for loan in January, that means that we are getting something in January. We definitely need it. Jack Reacher, West Hammy will be open for Rashford. Maybe he can hammer hammers in Rashford can hammer in the West. Man, just get him out of my club, to be honest. Rashford, if you're watching, I don't give a toss because, it's not bullying it. It's more looking at that we're had enough. Like, you're getting paid $350K a week and you can't be bothered, right? You had one good season, the first season, Ten Hag, you scored 30 goals, but ever since they gave you the bumper contract, you've been walking around like a rock star. Regulan, thank you, Regulan. Regulan it was. Yes, thank you, Stu, Regulan. There's so many things flying in my head at the moment, right? Mick, he won't be arsed. He ain't been playing football anyway. Listen, you look at Marcus Rashford, the brand. If you're not even getting picked by England, your brand is deploying. If you're just going to sit out your contract, if your brother say, hey, brother, stay here, they can't kick us out, just stay here, sit out your contract for another 2 years, stink up the place, you're still getting $350K a week. But listen, what about your brand, right? You are a footballer. That's what you're associated with. Your sponsorship deals will be vanishing because you're not playing football, because that's a return on investment for sponsors, right? So trust me, it's in best interest for Rashford and everyone else to go and play football somewhere else, right? And in my opinion, this is what Ruben Amorim is doing right now. He's playing with what he's got. He's trying to make them cook, playing the 3-4-3 system, and you see that Rashford don't work. Yeah, it worked in one game playing as a striker. He worked in one game as number 10, but the rest, nah. Anyway, what do you guys, done deal? Yes, done deal. Canal Kurdistan, big up Canal Kurdistan in the house, done deal. What do we have here? Compost Smurf, Villa are interested in Amas. Don't be surprised if he's sold. Yes, they've been lurking around sniffing. I mean, he's a great talent, man. Great talent. We also have young Murray as well. DJ Superfly saying we need to be loaning out the club we are buying from. We need to be loaning to the club we are buying from. Yeah. Listen, at the same time, loaning players. I mean, I'm tired of this library FC we've been loaning up, and at the end of the day, they're not developing. This strategy is clear. Like, they put in a sell-on clause and a buyback clause for them to develop. So if they do well, we can buy them back for cheap, like we do with Alvaro Fernandez. Now, I personally would love in January if Man United goes to Benfica and Alvaro Fernandez, Carreca's agent, and say, listen, come back, 16 million. 16 million. He's cooking over there, right? He's cooking. And of course, it's no longer Eric Ten Hag, because it was Eric Ten Hag's fault that we sold Alvaro Fernandez. He told his agent, you're not welcome, you're not wanted, we have no plan for you, go away. But now it's a different story. Now it's Ruben Amorim. So I certainly hope that Manchester United go in for Alvaro Fernandez. He already knows the culture, he knows the club, he knows the Portuguese league and the style of play. Let me know, guys, what you're thinking. Let me know in the VR room. Would you take back Alvaro Fernandez in January? I certainly would. Press 1 if yes, press 2 if no. And if no, let me know which other left wing back you will go for in the January window. What you're saying, Compost Smurf, we will be struggling to get 20 million for Marcus. Not really, mate. I mean, he's an asset player. Like, he's sellable, marketable. There was some reports that say that we will get 40 million, but depends on who comes in for him, right? If it's Barcelona, they're willing to pay the wages. Like, Barcelona are good wage payers, right? So we might get 60 million, I think he's worth, plus his wages. So I think he will fit for Barcelona 100%, or PSG, by the way. And that is more slower leagues, and he will get more time on the ball. But guess what? I think that in Premier League, he's been found out, Marcus Rashford. They know what he's going to do. He's predictable, right? Ever since he's had that injury and recovered, like, let's face it, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer played him to the ground, yeah? Played it every single game. He even played under injuries. But it doesn't look the same sharp Rashford as he used to do, right? He came back from mental boot camp and started scoring goals and did this. But ever since that, it was club mistake to give him a 350K a week bumper contract. And since you got that, you become complacent and you don't look like you love football anymore. So perhaps to find a passion, step away, go to another club, and you might be, world class at the end of the day. Yeah. World class, you haven't won much, Marcus. You haven't won, the Champions League. You won Europa League once, and that's about it. That's about it. So we are in a rebuild, and I believe that certain players needs to go, right? But if you look at the dressing room, there's certainly a hierarchy in the dressing room, and Marcus being one of the senior players. If you have youngsters looking up to them, like 20 years old, and say, damn, if you can get away with a slap on your wrist for having 20 shots in tequila in Belfast and missing training, well, I can do the same. And we've seen that Garnacho has kind of been influenced by that, and it's sad. So therefore, we need to sort of fizz them out one by one. One by one. What you guys are saying, 100% you will get Alvaro Fernandez back. What is 1.5? What? There's no 1.5, man. 1.5. Don't think we got money to get him back. Also, we got 50% and 35% sell-on clause for Fernandez. They might let Benfica sell him, and we earn 20 million. Mate, they are so stint they might even do that. We certainly do not have the money. Where's the money coming from, Big Lebowski? Guys, there were over 100 of you this morning watching, tuning in. Please, it's Christmas very soon, and YouTube algorithm only likes your like buttons. If you smash the like with free content, please hit the like button right now. Subscribe if you're new as well. We're having a beautiful, beautiful morning coffee. Let me have a sip of my double espresso. Whatever you're drinking, let me know in the comments as well. Compost Smith saying 350K per week, stinking attitude, jog on the pitch for a calendar year. Yeah. This club's ain't blind. No, I think they're seeing through it. And I think that the club has not had enough. It's arguable to say that if we reflect back, it's the Glazers and the Woodwards, and they were just doing that because they see players as assets, right? Asset valuation. But now, since Ineos is coming in and Sir Jim Ratcliffe, they had enough. They want to win. They want to win fast. They want to have sort of players to play for the team. And Amarin wants team players. And I wouldn't be surprised that this is the last season. This is the long goodbye. There's no smoke without fire. Where there was reports saying the club are willing to listen for Rashford offers, Dalot, even Licha. I love Licha, by the way. I really love Lisandro Martinez, but ever since that injury, it hasn't been the same, right? It hasn't been the same. In the build-up from the back, he's kind of jogging a little bit with the ball too slow. Like the ball needs to go fast. One pass, two pass, build up the play, ship it off to the midfield, and off you go. But no, he's just walking with the ball and looking for the pass. This is what I notice with Licha at the moment. 100%. But, I love Licha. That's for sure. Lucky to get 10 million for Rashi. Look at that kid. Look at this kid. The braces is still there. Listen, this is a kid that will run through brick walls. The new signing, Diego Leon. He still has his braces on, but he still have guns bigger than mine. And I go to the gym, 100%. No, we should get more money than that, to be honest, Jack. Compost Smith, what you saying here? Yali, can we even bring him back for the same season he went there? No, I don't know, man. Nice Christmas Day. Thank you so much. This is the nice backdrop. We have the Norwegian Christmas tree outside Old Trafford. And of course, big up Riley as well. He was saying number one, bring him back. Listen, a lot of you are towing the same line. Like, if there's 16 million, the club will certainly have money to bring him back. But newsflash for you guys, we spent so much money, 20 million approximately, to get rid of Ten Hag and his backroom staff. And then we added on an additional 10 million to get Ruben Amorim plus his backroom staff. So that's 30 million already wasted that could have gone in the January window. So equally, the Ineos' fault is bad planning, man. Bad planning. They should have basically got rid of Ten Hag when they had the chance. And plus, the dismissal of Dan Ashwood. What a shambles. So no wonder they are sort of looking at scraping the barrel, increasing the ticketing prices for 60 quid, no concession. They're looking to sell off the kids with pure profit because that generates pure profit on FFP. They're looking to sell asset plays. That tells me only one thing. They're broke. They don't have money. It's that state of affair because they got Ruben Amorim in, and he probably wants to sort of develop his team. So he's stuck with his deadwood players, right? Trying to make a tune out of them. Elite Baller, big up, man. Rashford needs to go. He's reached his ceiling. And all talk about him, how he's inconsistent and how lazy, and his pure profit plus wages will go a long way. Yeah, dude, Elite Baller, you're absolutely right there. Absolutely right. I forgot about that. Rashford is pure profit as well. He's an academy player. So selling Rashford for 40 goes a long way as well. It's like selling him for 60, 70. You know what I mean? Andrea Berta would be a good director of football for us. Listen, I tell you one sporting director that I do want. Ralph Open Heart Surgery Ragnick. Bring him back. Bring him back. He called it out. Like, he was in there 6 months. He knew exactly what he was talking about. He said this team needs an open heart surgery. All these players needs to go. This is the way we need to build the club. And he's not a mug. He built RB Leipzig, the franchise, from ground up. And now he's stuck coaching the Austrian team. I think if Manchester United approached him to say, look, come and work for us under this new sporting operation, reporting into the Glazers, he will say yes. And there's some reports saying that Manchester United consider him, including the PSG sporting director, Luis Campos, as well. I would say that cheeky Bergenstein, the City sporting director that is left and probably is going to retire. But also reports saying that I think that they are so stint, so they're going to delegate this sporting director role to save money. Between Jason Wilcox, that's now stepping up into the role. He's doing a dual role as a technical director and a sporting director. You have Jean-Claude Blanc. You have Omar Barada that can do the job as well. So I don't believe that Manchester United will appoint a sporting director thing, perhaps in the summer. I think it's a measurement of saving money. We're also seeing that they're cutting down the Christmas party for the staffers. The bonuses that they used to give 100 quid as a generosity bonus has been slashed down to a 40-pound coupon, which they probably got from a sponsorship deal. So here's a coupon. Go and buy yourself something. Tells you everything you need to know where we are. Yep. Protein shake with porridge is a good breakfast stew. That's what I have too. That's breakfast for championship. 100%. Please like the video. Yes, please. We did supposed to have Mark coming in here, but he's not. Guys, we are playing tonight Victoria Pilsner. I can't say the name. I keep saying Victoria Pilsner. And we saw that Ruben Amorim had a press conference, and he quoted as well that, of course, it was difficult to lose your boss, but, it is what it is. It's football, right? We've seen that Tara Malacia was with him in the press conference. So that tells me one thing. Tara Malacia is going to start. I want to talk to you as a community because last time Onana had absolutely brain fart and a stinker. But goalkeeping is all about confidence. So do you think he's going to rotate the goalkeeping today? Do you think that Bayanda is going to get start? And what's the point of having Bayanda as a reserve goalkeeper if you're not getting to minutes to play in the cups? Let me know in the comments as well. Who do you think is going to start as a goalkeeper? And what is your lineup for tonight? Rotation is key, I would say, because Manchester City is looming around the corner on this Sunday. But again, Pep Guardiola, bottle it again. It was only a blip that they won, and they played a draw, and now they lost yesterday against Juventus. They're there for the taking, 100%. There's something fundamentally wrong with City at the moment. Do they know that the 115 charges now increased to 113 charges is about to happen? Let us know in the comment section again, guys. Gary C, big up. I've had enough of Rashford. It should be obvious to everyone now. His time at United is up 100%, Gary. I agree. We sing from the same Spotify hymn sheet. We need standards back at this club. What standards? It is what it is. You know, as a senior player, you set standards. Like, if you go back on Jarvis's corner, we had Phil Marsh, ex-United player. He talked about standards. And standards comes in the dressing room. Standard comes with what you do in training. Players used to, fight for each other. They used to go in hard in tackles to set standards in training. Yeah. You see this now in the training. They go out doing high fives. They take player of the match training awards. The pompadums, right? Back in the days when you used to be Scholes, Harry Key, Roy Keane, they used to set standards in the dressing room. The way you dress, the way you rock up, the way you speak to the senior players, right? So 100%, we have no leaders in that dressing room to pull them by the scruff of the neck in the second half, in the halftime, to have that pep talk. Oh, you fucking wanker, why didn't you ping the ball to me? Do that right now. Roy Keane used to do that. He used to smash them, right? We don't have that. Because at the end of the day, football agents have way much power now in today's football, right? They're getting paid massively chunk of money. They don't really care, right? But the standard is, once you made it to Manchester United, there the work begins. Just because you are playing for Manchester United don't mean that you made it. It means jack shit. As soon as you put in this shirt, you work your socks off. That is what we're missing. 100%. What you're saying, HD on. Will the club give Amarin time to bring in young, hungry dogs, or will they force him to get the best out of the dead wood? Both, I would say. If you want my honest opinion, the signs are there that these are not his players, but he is adamant to keep his style of play, the identity of the 3-4-3 system. This is an experiment right now to see, can I get the best out of this team that I got right now? But also, there is no time to give academy players time, because we're playing 2 games a week and there's no time for training and have a look at them. So there's some arguments within social media and Twitters. Say we drop out some cup competitions, just focus on Europa League and the Premier League, and just screw this Carabao Cup and FA Cup. I don't know, man, because we need championship. We need Champions League. Sorry, we need that money, because if you look at the finances, we definitely need those finances. And if you look at the Adidas shirt sponsorship deal, that was slashed in half if we don't make Champions League either. So that's massively, massively important. But at the same time, it's kind of like Ineos were telling us fans that we are riding off the season. By sacking Ten Hag, bringing in a manager 3 quarters into the season, have no preseason, not his players, trying to sort of make it a tune, change the system. No wonder we're 13 in the league. But we got to have patience. And I'm willing, for me, I'm okay to say, okay, right off the season, but I want to see identity, which we're starting to see. I want us to win us Europa League, finish as high up as we can, and then in the summer, go for the transfer market to sort of get rid of the dead wood out and just get in system players. 100%. But that's just my thoughts and feelings at the moment. Gary C, I heard enough. Yeah. I read that one as well. Yeah, Jim Grinch. Yeah, listen. Oh yeah. Jim Ratcliffe is starting to look a little bit like Ebenezer Scrooge. Like, it's a fucking Grinch. No Christmas party. I mean, that's Ebenezer Scrooge, man. What kind of person are you? But I said there's no nice billionaires. They're all shrewd. They all look good. They all talk the talk, but it's all about walking the walk, right? They're slashing on everything at the moment. You're in the background. Come in, Mark. I'm in the corner watching you kiss. Mark, you there? Mark?
Hey, Mick, what's up? Morning.
Yeah, why are you late, man?
Bro, I was in the stream since you read out my messages on stream. You just didn't see me down here in the background.
I'm
I've
too
been waiting for you to
busy,
bring me up. Well,
man.
I mean, I was waiting patiently.
This is not Caribbean time. Back where I come from. If I say like it's 9 o'clock dot, I'm there 9 o'clock. Darkness. Hey, Caribbean, no worries, man. No kanya, man. Like, hey, big up anyway, man. You missed a good show, man.
I
Mark,
actually was watching the show, so I haven't missed much. I've been watching
but
all
you
in the
have the
background.
admin
So
button to let yourself in,
yeah, I was using my phone, so I can't do it
bro.
from the phone.
I want your
That's the thing.
reaction. Have a look at this picture.
Yo, he
Tell me
looks
what
like
you
he's
see.
23, man. He looks
23.
like Hulk. Like they
Look
took
at his
Hulk and they
guns.
made him a left wing back.
Look at his guns. Guns and Roses, and he still got the braces.
Bro,
Like,
the dude is huge. He's
yeah,
a
but he's got a
monster
man.
of
He's got a man of a body, manly body, face like a kid, and still has these braces.
yeah, he's got a baby face, but he's gonna be that smiling assassin. He doesn't
Oh yeah,
play like he has a smile on his face. That's what I could say. He plays like
yeah,
he's vicious.
yeah.
Yeah. Trinidad played against Paraguay recently in a friendly, and this guy was bruising some of the Trini
Bruce.
players, bro. And I was like, who is this guy? Then I find out he's 17. I thought he was like 20 something.
Yeah, you missed it out. Well, we might play it again. Did you see the video clip that I played earlier?
No, I didn't see the video clip.
Oh, okay, we will do a rerun for people that joined late. But listen, we have 5 gifted membership from Gary C. Big up, Gary. Thank you so much. And
Big up,
Jay was
Gary.
gifted a membership. Morten Hackinson from Norway, I guess. That's a Norwegian name. Morten, take on me, take on me. Alien Tenno, big up, Peter. Sneaking in the background, got a gifted a membership. Rojo17 was gifted a membership. And Tyrone Butler, welcome to the family, peeps. Do give Gary C a massive pat on the back. Like, thank you, Gary C, for gifting membership. For everyone, legend. Welcome to the family. You're a legend, 100%. Guys, on popular demand, Mark, you had your say, but let's have a look at this kid, what he's all about. Like, are you ready for this shit?
Yeah, bro, I've been ready. I'm been hoping that we sign some more South Americans from my neck of the woods.
Yeah, here we go. I'm just going to reduce the volume a little because look, we're going to look at this. Look at this beast of specimen. Now look at this. Look at that technique. He does a nutmeg.
Is that my
breakup
my comp you're looking at? Because I have a comp like that, and it sounds like it.
No, wait a minute. Look at that. Wow, what a technique.
Bro, do you see his size? His frame?
Do you see the monster?
Look like he's 12.
Oh, what a shot. Left foot. Look at the size of that beast.
17 years old, bro.
17.
I don't know what they've been feeding this dude, but I'm pretty sure it's bison milk.
What's in his water?
Yo, they've been giving this guy some extra vitamins, bro.
Yeah. They fed him like growth hormones since he was a
No, they
baby.
did.
Oh, look at that. Oh, great interception, man. Seriously. This guy can tackle, bomb forward. Oh, he's technical. He's explosive. Oh, caraca.
So watching this makes me feel like it mightn't be so bad that we're loaning out Harry Amas. So that's where I differ from a lot of the guys in the chat, because I see a lot of the guys who are like worried about it, and like, maybe we're gonna lose another player like Alvaro. But if we're getting this guy who look at him physically, he looks ready to play in the Premier League. He looks of the size, the stature, the physicality that we need. He's got the pace, he's got the ability, he's got the mentality. I think he goes straight into the team. Although from the reports is that we're signing him and he's coming in the summer window. He's going to come in then because he's going to finish off the season in Paraguay. I think it's a astute signing. I think this is...
he could put it crosses into the box as well. What a brilliant cross. All right. Well, I think we've seen enough, Mark. I think we've seen enough, right?
Yeah, I mean, like everyone that can take it in, it's an interesting guy.
Yeah, but
Very interesting
listen,
guys.
you mentioned something very interesting. Like, look at this, look at that, and look at this. The size matters, right?
I mean, if you don't think so, what can I tell you?
Look at these guns. I mean, this one. Look, this is a baby face, but in a 27-old body, like like Cristiano Ronaldo body. And then you look at Hariyama's tiny scroony.
I don't know
Yeah,
what's the name of the song, bro. I got it was on CapCut. The song was on CapCut.
yeah. Anyway, Amas needs to go to the gym and bulk up a bit. But listen, that was my first initial thought. Like, why are you buying this Diego Leon if you have Harry Amas? But there's some reports saying that we're going to loan him out and we're going to potentially sell him. Aston Villa is interested.
I mean, he's talented. He's got everything. I just think he needs some time. I think that's the only thing is gonna be like the issue, because in his mind he's probably thinking I'm capable of playing in the first team, watching some of the performances. At the same time, his physicality, when I watch him play in the National League Cup that they played with the senior teams of the championship, it's not the same. He gets pushed around a lot. You know what I mean? So it's the one thing that I don't want to see happen to him. I don't want him to be destroyed by bigger players than him who are going to push him around physically, because he
Hmm.
does have all the ability in the world, and he should be take his time to develop. So I wouldn't mind loaning him out so he could get some game
No,
time in a team that doesn't really
I,
have the expectations of Man
I,
United.
I agree with you, Mark, because at the end of the day, we don't have proper left wing backs. We don't. No, we have Harry Amas, we have Murray. Um, they're both young prospects. They can fight out. There can be competition for places. But I wouldn't even mind if United do what the new transfer policy, if they put in a sort of a sell-on clause and a buyback clause, right? Rather than loan him out. You know what I mean? Because if you loan him out, I mean, when you loan players out to other clubs, they're not going to play him. They're not going to develop him. Depends on which club you're loaning them out to. You look at, Alvaro Fernandez. Where did he go to? Granada, was it?
Yeah, he was doing bits at Granada,
Yeah.
and then Benfica requested that they get him, and that's why we took him back from the loan. But the real issue with that was the poor management we had before. We didn't have a structure that was thinking about football. We had a structure that thinking about profit. How could we make money? You know what I mean? I feel like we could blame Ten Hag all we want. At the end of the day, we
Mm.
already knew that. He even said it in a meeting, in a press, in a Q&A with one of the interviewers at Man United, that some of the young players that were sold in his tenure at the beginning, he had no control over. Like, he didn't even
No.
know. He wasn't even able to change the situation. He couldn't say, well, listen, I like this guy, keep him here. It was already predetermined by the time he arrived. So in a situation like that, I'm just gonna put my hands up in the air and be like, it's whatever. But right now, I'm like, with the new structure we have, we're gonna have much better decisions made, not only on the youths, but the players that we bring in, the players in the squad as well. As you can see, there are 7 players who are
Mm.
named unsellable, and the rest are all open. It's open day on them. They can be up for sale in the transfer window. If someone offers, they're gonna be listening to offers. I think that's
Yeah.
very astute, because realistically, I think everyone in the team should be on the chopping block until they perform consistently over 10,
Mm.
15 games. I think this perform for 2, 3 games and then we down for a few games and then back for 2, 3 games. I think that's a little bit too complacent. I blame that on the players, because realistically, we would play well against better teams and then lose to worse teams. And I don't understand that, because
Yeah.
we can't be winning games or keeping it tight against Aston Villa and then losing to the likes of Nottingham Forest. I don't care what anyone says, where Nottingham Forest is right now in the league. They're not as good
Yeah.
as Aston Villa. So for me, it's all about the mentality of the team, and they need to wake up. And if this new structure is giving them that wake up call, I'm welcoming the coffee this
Yeah,
morning.
but the new structure, the message is sending now. There's no second chance here. You either perform me out of the door, Apparently, they're willing to put half the team for sale. It's like the message that they're sending, like you perform or you out, right?
That's a
Apparently,
good.
they said they're willing to keep Garnacho, Amas, no, Garnacho, Diallo, Hoyland, those young kids, Lenny Euro. They are all safe and secure, but That's what I'm saying. Like, standards needs to be there, and where is standards coming from the senior players? So, there's certain things that as a manager you could do, but the hierarchy above needs to sort of come down with the Thor hammer to say, boom, like, if you don't listen to Amarin, you're out, and trust me.
Yeah, but that's the big problem, Mick. Even when Ten Hag was here, we had that same problem. The hierarchy wanted to keep players that they liked. They didn't
Mhm.
listen to Ten Hag. They haven't had a track record of listening to any manager for that matter. Because if they did, a lot of these players probably would not be here today. We probably would not
Yeah,
be in this situation. Now we
yeah,
can sit here and argue about the squad is not as good as what it was before. I actually think this squad is a better squad. It's just that a lot of players in this squad are not the finished article. So we're not
yeah.
going to see the performance that we expect of a Man United team. And
No, that's why I said, big up Joe Blackman and happy birthday for your daughter, Joe. Joe, you have the link if you want to come pop in and have your say regarding this specimen of a beast, what we're talking about. But other thing, I agree what your Mark is saying there. Like, this 3-4-3 system is the blessing in the sky, because this forcing some, this forcing and calling out some players to leave the club. They don't belong, right? That's what I'm saying. We had this discussion off before the stream as well. So for me, I'm happy to say, like, just right off the season, just focusing on the league and potentially participate to try to win Europa League. But I would drop out from all other cup competitions at the moment.
yeah, that's the one thing I'm going to vehemently disagree on. I don't think that makes sense. It's not even a Man United way, to
Yeah,
consider
I know, I
that
know.
option. And to be honest, one game a week doesn't give you enough time to put in practice what you're learning on the training ground. Now, I
You know me,
understand that
I'm
in
I'm
this
being the
current
devil's
period of
advocate
three
as per
months that
usual. Yeah,
I mean,
devil's
in this
advocate.
current period of time, we have a lot of games, so that's a probably a disadvantageous situation. But come January, we're going to have like 3 games in January or 4,
Yeah, I
I think
know.
at most. So we
Brutal.
have a lot of time to train in January and in February. The real at the end of February is when we go back into the 2 games a week, possibly three
Yeah,
games. So I think we have a 2 month period where the team is going to get a lot of coaching, and
yeah,
and for me, we need these smaller cups because generally, let's be honest, the smaller cups
yeah.
have
But the
less
cups.
competition than the Premier
Yeah,
League.
yeah. But
And we need to
I
prepare ourselves. We need to get confidence into this team as well.
don't get me wrong. I was just playing the devil's advocate. Yeah, cups. In that case, if you're playing cups, it's your opportunity to play the academy players, like to see, okay, which one is good, which one can I integrate in the first team. Yeah. And that also including playing the goalkeeper as well by under. Otherwise, what's the point of keeping the Turkish international goalkeepers not even getting minutes? So that's what I meant. Like, you know what I mean? Yalim Amin saying the safe players are Ahmad, Yoro, De Ligt, Bruno, Ugarte, Maz. The rest are up for sale.
Oh,
Huh.
I know Nana.
And Onana. And Onana. Would you
Yeah,
sell
I
Onana?
mean, it is what it is. To me, they could say that at the end of the day, whoever performs in the next 6 months, I would say that those are the players that we should keep because realistically, everyone is learning the system. They're going to have players adapting differently, and some players might adapt quicker, some might not. And that's just a realistic perspective in the sense that it doesn't mean that, like the ones who aren't starting right now, they aren't going to start at all. I just think at the end of the season, whoever comes and who goes, it's going to be based off their performances. And that's the only thing that we can
Hmm.
count on. Like, a lot of the players we have, some of them we want to sell, some of them the value it's going to be a bit of an issue for us. You know what I mean? Like we
Yeah.
want to sell Marcus Rashford if we get a good offer, but realistically his wage is going to be a problem. It's the same thing with the likes of
Yeah,
Anthony in the sense that
yeah,
we are
yeah.
going to be
Anthony
taking a
also, yeah.
loss. So we also have to factor in all these things,
But
especially in the
sometimes,
January window.
yeah, but sometimes you have to take a loss in order to move forward as well. Like, you have to cut your losses. I spoke about Rashford as well, and if the club does that, and if you said no, I'm going to stay out and see up my contract, trust me, they're going to say, well, then you're not playing football. You're abolished. And trust me, as a footballer, you want to play football because if you're not playing football, your overall brand is going to get hurt. Your sponsorship deal will vanish. You know what I mean? You're not going to be in the limelight anymore. You know,
Well,
and trust me,
in
they
some
want to play.
cases, I totally agree. But for Luke Shaw, I would say I disagree because that brother, I think he only
That
plays
brother,
when he feels like it.
yeah. Somebody would say he's just playing football not because of he likes it, because he's good at it. You know, there's many people saying that
True.
around Manchester. Yeah. And it looks like Marcus Rashford in turning into that character too. Like I don't see the passion. It doesn't feel like he's up for playing football anymore. He just goes out there because it's my job, you know?
100%. I mean, like I read in DJ Superfly comment right here, or Onana, triple deal, Rashford and Mount. Bro, like to be fair, like I feel like a lot of these players we have too many hopes on. I think when they reach a certain age, you have to deliver. You have to be responsible for your performances. And honestly, like for me, like I am not the type of guy that say I hate a player or I dis. I mean, there's some players I might not rate them, but don't mean I dislike them. Personally, at the end of the day, I don't really have too many problems with what players do in their private lives.
Yeah,
So I
no,
would
no,
say in that
that's not our
situation,
business, man.
but at
That's
the end
not
of
our
the day,
business.
my beef is always with players who don't perform on the football pitch. If you don't
Yeah,
perform on the pitch, and I'm not talking about looking good, I'm talking about you know you had to contribute to the team. If you're an attacker, you have to have
yeah,
GA. That's important, no matter how good you look or how bad you look. So
yeah.
for me, it's all about the contribution to the team. And if you're not contributing, time to go. It's
Time
simple
to
as
go.
that. I want players who
Time to
can
go.
contribute week in,
You
week
know what
out,
I
and stop crying.
but you know what I want the I mean if the club is gonna be ruthless, what Rio Ferdinand was saying, I hope they can be as ruthless against the squad what they are doing to did to Dan Ashford. I agree. I agree. But there's contractual issues as well, which is difficult. I want them to see like if you don't perform within 2 years, give them maximum 24 months. If you're not hitting your peaks and heights, we sell you.
100%. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
as much
Ain't
as I would
working.
like to see Anthony come back, if he doesn't perform this season, because I write off last season based on the mental health situation or the player with the situation he was facing. And it's kind of like what I did with a few other players who was facing similar situations. Like, I wrote off the season for Mason Mount because he was mostly injured. So this season for me, these brothers have to perform. If they don't perform and they go out the door, they only have themselves to blame, no one else. This is the thing where I say to all the fans, we
Yeah,
could sit here and criticize players week in, week out for little mistakes that they make. But if we
yeah.
criticize players based on their age bracket, we'll look at the team in a whole different light. Because players
You know
under
what
23, I would give them the opportunity to make mistakes. Like, I mean, 3 or 5 per game, because realistically, these guys are not the finished article.
yeah.
But players above 25, I expect to see top quality
Yeah.
performances with experience. So
Yeah.
that's just me.
Me, I'm tired of this Netflix telenovela Club FC. Like, every time is a drama. You know what I'm talking about, Alegria. This telenovela. This drama, 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 and they're treating like a drama. So just, I want action. I don't give a toss what you're doing in your personal life. All I give a toss about is once you put that shirt on, I want to see you give it all for the club. And that's what you get paid for, right? They've been walking around like the bloody rock stars. They're walking like they are individual rock stars. And you know what? You know what the problem is basically the wage structure what they're trying to control at the moment, right? You don't have the problem with other clubs because you have a cap on 150. If you look at Liverpool, they don't want to give Mo Salah a new contract because they're not going to overpay that. But if you keep that under 150, max 200, you don't get this like pompadoms. You know what I mean, right? So who in the
In a
hell gave
way,
him three?
but
I mean, in 350 a week, what have you accomplished? Nothing. You're not a world class player. You haven't won nothing, man. To be honest, and you know what I'm talking about. Okay, you can justify to pay Casemiro 300 because he's won shit. You know what I mean? He's a world class player, at least was, but 350 for Rashford on a potential.
I mean, I agree. I agree with how you break it down there. The only thing I would say is that for me, we are not Liverpool. We are not teams like Brighton and these teams. So what they do, in a sense, it might sound great and all and be amazing and all, but it might
Yeah.
not work for us because we are a giant of a club compared to those teams. I mean, even Liverpool. When I grew up, United still had more fans in Trinidad than Liverpool, and
Yeah.
I'm talking about back in the '90s before social media. So for when I look at it like this, of course we won't want to be playing players any extra fees like 300K a week. I thought that was mad the moment
Mm.
we offered that to Rashford in any event, but he did score 40 goals. A lot of people was like, okay, that's amazing. We need to secure him down for the rest of the. And I was like, this is not going to work. This is too much money. And I mean, at the end of the day, we could all have our opinions. People might say it's hindsight, people might say it's foresight. At the same time, it looked for me, as long as players perform week in, week out, I don't really care too much about their salary.
Yeah, I
No, I
mean,
don't want it to be
I'm
ridiculous
gonna just,
things like
I'm just
500K
gonna,
a week, 400K a week. But I feel like if players are performing, we shouldn't be mad at their salary. But
man.
we shouldn't then also give players salaries if they haven't
No,
won
I
anything. I feel
agree,
like
and and this is what I'm tired of. Look, if you didn't watch Jarvis's corner Monday with Phil Marsh, he will tell you exactly what happened, right? You know, this is a total different type of football generation, to be honest, right? They get silly money, they don't care, they're reckless, and that's it, right? He told you about everything in that what you need to know. There were standards. People were breaking legs in training just to get the gaffer's attention, to get a sniff, right? And
mm,
if you look at like he used to train with Van Nistelrooy. He used to train and with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and he used to say, "Wow, how did you do that? If he could do that, I want to do that better." You know what I mean?
mm.
But if you're
And
walking
this
around, but the thing is, if you're walking around like you're doing now, put your hands up in the air like you just don't care. That is something fundamentally wrong, right? You can then say, "Well, I'm born and bred. I'm the poster boy." Like fans are not. Fans has given up. You know, fans given up. Like I don't give a shit what you do off the pitch, mate. But this is your job. And he was saying that Phil Marsh was saying you even he talked about Beckham when he went through that crisis. He went through a slump, but he was so professional. Beckham rocked up to work, to training, puts his gear on, and was professional, did his job. Right? That's what it is.
100%. And you gotta rock
So
up
what are
and
we,
do your job
mental frail at the
realistically.
moment?
Like
Well, what are we? Why? Oh, poor me. And that's why I'm tired of this telenovela. Yeah, oh, poor me. I gotta leak out in this social media. I need attention. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What is this? Are we men
I'm
or are we
true.
mouse?
Like I do agree there. I feel like in some instances, we need to be a little bit more proactive because it's not about I understand some players will have bad moments, bad games, bad days, bad weeks, things happen. And of course you will feel a type of way, but realistically, if we look at ourselves and use ourselves as an example, and now while we don't earn what they earn and we don't live in the same constraints as they do as fitness
Yeah.
professionals, we still under similar criteria when it comes to criticism, performance
Yeah.
related with work, and we can't go into work and for 6 months not perform well. We will be fired.
Okay.
It's normal. No one is going
Simple.
to fight to give us chances.
I'm absolutely flabbergasted to see what James Ratcliffe means. He said, "Well, he's coming down with the Thor hammer, and doesn't mean business. Like if he's definitely ruthless, canceling the Christmas party and everything. He will definitely pull the pants down of these guys and kick them out of the door. That's the thing, right? So this is the best out of it. What I do expect, but for now, it's a rebuild. Um, we are seeing it from a fan perspective. We've seen negatives, we've seen positives. It's been a bad week for Man United, and yeah, man. At the end of the day, we're playing football tonight, Mark. What do you think about tonight's lineup?
I think it's going to be an interesting situation tonight. Tonight is going to be a game that we definitely need to win. Definitely need to win this game tonight. It's going to be very interesting to see who is the starting lineup. Now, we did hear from Amarim that it looks like Malasia is going to be starting because he did say that in the press
Mhm.
conference. So I'm happy to hear that. I think Malasia starting is it gives us an option because you know what
Yeah,
he of all more than most needs needs the performances. He needs minutes in his legs. No, I don't think he's a bad player. I think when he came in, he showed a lot of promise to develop into a very good right or left back. And he
yeah,
bomb forwards well. He crosses the ball. He is left footed. So for me, I would like to see him get some game time and get his performances up. Now, we do need to win, so I mean, hopefully he has a very good performance. We do know that he's coming back short from an injury, so he's not yet at peak performance levels. But
yeah,
as
yeah.
the last game I've seen him play, You know, he went from having a bad start to the game to finishing the half as one of the most consistent players in the team in defense,
Mm.
because he did lose to concede 2 goals twice, but then at the end he did help us get a goal back, and he did start getting really physical
Yeah,
in
yeah,
defending.
yeah.
So let's
No,
see how it goes, guys. It's a
I
work
don't
in
really
progress.
care. I mean, me honestly, I don't really care who starts tonight. I don't care because I look at Manchester City game on this Sunday, right? This is the one because I think that City are broken mentally and they are there for the taking, right?
Mhm.
I believe we can get points against City, right? And just even break Pep Guardiola even more. You know, that's what I want to see. So
That's going to
tomorrow,
be
I
an
don't really care
interesting
about the
situation
result.
there.
Like,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. Even I mean, we're still sitting comfortably in that Europa League table to qualify anyway. Like I think so. It's no biggie. So you can rotate a bit, but I want to see the best team out of City at empty head. Like definitely just go for the kill. Just just send Pep Guardiola to the mental hospital, please. To be honest, right, guys? Just want to sort of bring this to attention. There is about like I'm looking at the live stats. How many viewers we have? We have 350 live viewers and only 40 likes. That's criminal. You know what to do right here, right now. You know it's free content. That's Mick and Mark in the house. Smash that like button, finger it, finger it, finger it right here, right now. It's free. And if you are on a diet, you will burn extra calorie from making that movement and pressing the button. What do we have to do for you to smash that like button? Mark, what's going on with people? Why are they stingy? Why not giving likes?
I don't know, but like the thing, people, what I mean, is the one thing that helps us grow. It's free, it's easy to do. It doesn't,
Free.
I mean, hopefully it doesn't really take that much energy to
Yeah,
punch that like button. Give us a thumbs up, guys. Free
yeah,
content, you're getting good
yeah.
information, you know what I mean?
That's what we.
You're here watching. So while you're
Yeah.
watching, smash a like.
Yeah, that's the we live for your likes and subscribes. Come on. All right. Anyway, we'll be back with the watch along later on. Papi is in Botswana. I spoke to him earlier, so we're gonna do
Yeah,
watch along.
Papi's in Botswana. He just
Domelara.
finally arrived.
Yeah, and I got his message.
Sounds like it
Domelara.
took him 2 days to get there, to be fair, bro.
Oh yeah, he did. He did. He flew with Ethiopian Airlines, and there was live chickens in the carrier. Just talking. All right. Anyway, Mark, thank you so much, brother, for tuning in, and everyone that's tuning in for today's morning show. And big up Jarle Malmin. And what you saying? Jarle has something interesting. I'd rather have direct qualification than have to play 2 extra games. 100%. You know what?
100%, bro.
100%. 100%.
100%. I mean, but I mean, okay, like I'll be honest about this team. They've been unbeaten in the competition so far at home. They have a few good performances. I'll just pull up these stats to give you all a quick briefing on them, and please then, because I mean, like, the results, they are currently second in their home nation league right now currently. you know and if we're talking about the
Yeah.
current Europa League, they sit below us in
Uh,
13th. They are also on 9 points.
yep.
They won
Yep.
their last 2 games just like us. They drew their first 3 games just like us, so it's same type of form. So I mean, I'm not saying that they are a big team, but they're
Mm.
performing consistently well in the competition. So if we win tonight, and providing the results of other teams, we could see ourselves catapult ourselves into fifth, if not fourth,
Yeah. I
based
don't
on
want to
some
see.
results,
I don't want to
because
see
the
Diego
top
Dallo
three
cut up.
teams are playing against each other today.
Hey, 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 hey. Before we
Hmm?
go, there's one thing I don't want to see today. I don't want to see Diego Dallo catapulting a shot from 50 yards outside the box, man, and send that ball over to Sainsbury
Why
car
not,
park.
bro? Like, I don't even know why people are so mad from shots outside the box,
That's a
because when they
joke.
take shots outside the box, it usually causes defense to step up. When they see it coming, they usually try to close you down. And shots, I mean, to be honest, there's no perfect shot. So I think we play around in the box too much, and this is why we don't score as many
Oh,
goals, because
oh, I have
there
a
are most
perfect shot.
situations where we have lots of chances, and either we take too many passes, or we're not taking enough shots at goal. To be honest, I feel like We should be averaging 20, 25 shots per game, if not more.
Oh,
That's just me.
that's Marcus Rashford's specialty. 50 shots in Belfast, man. You know what I mean? I have one of my favorite shot. I don't know what your favorite shot is. If we speak in shots, I mean, you know what I mean. It's something called Jaeger bomb. You know what that is?
I don't
Hello?
really drink that much, bro.
No. It's a bomb. You drop a Jägermeister in a Red Bull, boom, and you drink it. That's a great shot. It's a double shot, to be honest. Anyway, peeps.
I'll never drink that, bro. I don't
I don't.
drink
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
drinks.
I did. I did. And thingy is like I live here in Thailand, right? And here you get the proper Red Bull, like the original recipe of Red Bull, not that fabricated, forbidden. It's you know what I mean. This is the syrup. Oh my god, that makes you fly like a rocket. To be honest, that's a Nordic drink. It is. It is. And speaking of Nordic drink, we used to make this. I don't know if you have it. These bonbons that are licorice, salty licorice, like, and used to crush them and put
Yeah,
it in
yeah, I know what you
vodka,
mean.
right?
The alcoholic chocolates. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know about
100%. Pick up
those.
Nero. The Red Bull gives you wings. Anyway, the story what we covered today was Diego Leon will become a Manchester United player. Man United got him for 3.5 apparently million pounds, but he will join in the summer basically because he's 17. He's turning 18 in April, so that is big break in bombast. But if you look at the specimen of the lad, God, this is a one hell of a beast, to be honest. Look at him. Look at him. We played the video clip. If you look in this in retrospective, we played the video clip twice. He's got the size of my legs to be on as guns, to be honest. Look at his muscles and a baby face with braces. Guys, this is what we've done. We went astute on the market. We got a up and coming best in class left wing back. Guys, we'll be back later on. Jason Attack, big up. Everyone that's tuning in, and also want to thank for the super chat donation, not super chat, but the memberships gifting from Gary. They gifted 5 MUC Realist TV membership, and also Mark for being fashionable late. But it's also my fault for not seeing you as per usual. Anyway, big up everyone. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. You know, we slaved in the kitchen, and we look forward to see you later on for the game. Score prediction, Mark. Do you want to give your prediction, or you don't want to jinx it?
I'm giving a prediction today. It's the Europa League, and I'm going for a big win for Man United. 8 goals to 2. It's going to be a domination in the second half. We're going to score 4 in the first, no, maybe 3, but score 5 in the second. I think it's going to be a big victory for Man United tonight. Not something we could celebrate today. We're not going to celebrate it tomorrow, but we're going to celebrate it today. A big win. That's what I feel like today.
Daza, big up Daza, coming in from X 4-0 United. Big up Daza. My God, guys, whatever you smoking over there, what's in your morning tea? DJ Superfly comes in with 7-1. Scheisse. 2-1 to Man United, according to Jack Reacher. Woo. Man, we're playing away. So, look, I don't know anything about Victoria Pilsner. What do they call it? Why am I saying Pilsner? Because it's a Czech club,
it's
right?
Victoria Pilsen. Victoria Pilsen, and
but you know I'm dyslexic.
They're a good team. Don't get me wrong, but I just think that United have quality, and we have seen in all the last 5 games that we've played that we have created a lot of early chances. So I think this is where the one game where those early chances will pay off for us, and if we could get 1 or 2 goals early in the game, I think that's the day. I think it will be a field day for Man United. I don't think we will be allowed to switch off. I think this manager will certainly be telling them, listen, keep the goals coming. He would want to also rotate the squad during the game as well. So, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm word blind, so I keep saying Victoria Pilsner, but for some reason, I think DJ Superfly had 1 Pilsner too much. 7-1, my friend. I do admire your courage. 8-2. Bro, there must be something in that Pilsner you drinking too. Victoria's Secret. You're kidding me, Abdullah. Victoria's Secret is 0, Manchester United 3. So Man, I go with the 3-1 to Man United as per usual. I play it safe. I play Ruby Classic. Victoria's
I'm not playing
Secret.
it safe today. Big score line.
Ima-
Big score line
Dude,
today. We need it. We
imagine
need
Manchester.
good. We need positive goal difference. Because for me, this Europa League and Champions League is something very. The new league is so different that the points will be super close in this first league, and I think goal difference is going to matter going into the last round of eight. And I mean, if we could get a large scored goal difference and a win tonight, it catapults us into a position where we could be comfortable. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, you don't
that's
know
just
why I'm
me.
laughing.
Wayne
My
Best is
mind,
also
no,
saying
my
6
mind
0.
is
I'm telling
floating
you, a
away
lot
on
of
this.
fans are feeling a big
Mark,
score line.
imagine Manchester United playing Victoria's Secret. They'll be ball watching. They'll be losing with 8-0. It's just like, whoo,
I mean,
Victoria's Secret models on the pitch.
I don't expect that to happen because usually it would tend to mean that a lot of
Ah,
the secrets they would be seeing regularly. They tend to date these type of Victoria's Secrets.
oh
So
man.
I would say
Would
I
you
expect a
like to
win.
play football? I mean, hypothetically, would you like to play football against Victoria's Secret models? It's
Why
like,
not?
come on, why
But
not?
at the end of
You
the
will
day,
lose. Like they would just watch. Oh, okay, go ahead, love.
mm-mm,
Score.
nope.
Big up Wayne. Wayne Best must be related to Georgia Best. 6-0, what Wayne is saying. 1-0
I'm
according
telling you,
to
everyone is feeling a big scoreline today
Hmm.
because you know what? We might be in a bad way in the Premier League, but that's not the Europa League. At the end
Yeah.
of the day, we face more competition in the Premier League. We face more intense. I think in the Europa League so far, we've been given time on the ball. And when you give United time on the ball, they will hurt you.
Yeah. Listen, what we don't want to, we won't go in there, kill it. Just kill it. Don't be like this guy. That's just, it's not known. Apparently, some of the players are like, just going full intent.
I know a guy, man, like, well,
Really?
man,
Anyway.
like, well.
Fred the Red is saying 7-1. Guys, whatever you're drinking, send it across to me because I want your optimism. Oh my God, 7-1, and you go
Sega
big
burger.
score. Sega Burger, yeah. What do you say? Sega Burger. Remember
Yeah, I
Sega
tell
Burger?
man about that guy, but don't worry. I tell man about Dan Ashford too, but at the same time, guys, remember, we could all dislike certain players, we could all dislike certain, profiles and whatnot, but, it's for one thing, when it comes to Man United, I want everybody to know my main goal is for United to win. Whether I like a player on the squad
Yeah.
or not, or I like somebody in the management or not, once United winning, I'm happy. You know what I mean? That's just me.
Yeah, I want also blood some youth. What does it saying? They will go hard to impress the manager. 100%. Hit those likes. Smash the like. What Nikhil is saying as well. Abdul Abraham, we will sign Sergio Berger and eat chicken burger. You guys are cracking me up. Listen, I agree with you. I kind of give up to say, like, I'm tired of this pointing fingers of players, managers, this and that, and going the merry-go-round circle. I'm caring about Manchester United. This is my escapism. I tune in to watch this game, and I want to see wins. That's all I want to see: win and good football. And this is what my energy and focus will be. So whatever, come what may, whatever it be, 7-0, 1-0, whatever. It is what it is. I just want to see a win. And chicken, winner, dinner. Big up for you as well, Greeks United.
Yo, Mick
And
is winner, chicken dinner.
chicken dinner. Yeah.
Right?
It's time for me to have
If
chicken
you
dinner
went to
now,
Las
by the way.
Vegas, you know that phrase.
Yeah, I know.
Chicken dinner.
Listen, we are not as cool as you. Like, Mark Nurse is hiding in the dark and coming fashionably late, but we had a cracking of a show. And if we can get your likes, I'll slowly go down and I will raise myself up. You raise me up so I can be on top of the mountain. Smash that like, people. Subscribe if you're new. This has been Mick Ruby with Mark Nurse in the house, keeping the vibe up. We will see you for the watch along later on. And yeah, fantastic score prediction here by you guys. Some people said 7-1, 8-1. I still keep it real. 3-1 to Man United. That's about it. Glory, Manchester United. Don't forget also to go over to Mark Nurse and his channel. We are co-streaming. If you're watching, just go over to Mark, smash the like and subscribe if you haven't. Mark, any final words from you? He's on mute. Okay. Well, if Mark has nothing to say, time
Oh,
to close the show.
Nick, I
Yeah,
was
he's back. He's
talking.
back. Huh? What are you talking
I
about?
was saying, guys, that we're gonna have a fun day today because Manchester United is gonna have a big win. Just remember, you heard it first here. So anyone telling you that they're scared about today, let them know. Mark N said we winning 8-2, and that's what's gonna happen.
Hey, final say comes Joe Blackman, JB saying 4-0 to Man United. Joe, it's your daughter's birthday, so happy birthday for your daughter. Everyone seems to be on positive wagon. Okay, so I changed mine to 3-0. No, I'm saying 3-1 United because they're playing at home and we will definitely concede one. But until then, peace.
We're only positive because it's not the Premier League right now. We don't have to worry about that certain level of competition that we
this
get.
is Europa League. I'm not stressed because we don't. Even if we lose, we're still in the contention to go forward. But Yali Mamin is being pragmatic. He's sticking with 1-0. It's not sticky rice.
1-0? No, Yali. I'm pretty sure in your heart of hearts you have a score line that you see for United that's not 1-0. Maybe
Anyway,
bring out the heart of hearts, bro. Bring it out. Bring out the heart of
bring it
hearts,
up.
bro.
Confidence, win tonight, and then we go to empty head and we go for the kill. We send Pep Guardiola to the mental hospital. That's what I want to see. Mark,
he's already there, bro. He's at Man
He's
City.
already in the cuckoo.
He's at the Etihad. That's where the mental hospital is.
He goes like, I want to hurt
Have
myself.
you never been there? I was there. If you take the stop from Holtby Station to go to the Etihad campus, the first thing you see when you get to the campus is a mental hospital.
Yeah. It's a short route. It's weird. Like, I want to hurt myself. You have a scratch on your nose. Yeah, I wanted to hurt myself. I'm like, come on. He's definitely a wounded animal right now, and they are there for the taking on Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that one anyway. Guys, we're going to close the shop. We are reaching 1 hour and 30 minutes. It's been brilliant show. Thank you for everyone for sticking by, for giving you a score prediction. Joe Blackman in the house, Yola Mamin, Greeks United, Gay and Oates. We have so many legends in the house. Who did Abdullah as well for cracking me up as well. We had Daza as well. Big up for tuning in. Fred the Red as well. If you are watching on Twitter, just go over to YouTube and smash the like button as well. We also have a gifted membership from Gary C, the legend as well.
Gary C, big up to all of you guys in the building this morning. Thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure.
As usual.
I'm always a little bit late, guys. I apologize, but you know how it is.
I love
the timekeeping on point.
Yeah. I've loved to banter you. I love to give you shit when you're late. You know that.
It's all good, man. I don't mind.
It's all good. It is what it is. So please see you later for the watch along. Until then, glory, Man United. That's about it. Peace. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.